Hello YouTube, it's been a while and I figured I'd come back with a pretty fun and harmless mod, which is throwing LEDs on your car. As always, be sure to check with your local laws. This specific product comes with a toggle switch, so you'll be able to turn it on and off whenever you need to. It also has a bunch of other features and I'll jump into that later on in the video, so without any further ado, let's jump into the install. So we're going to start off with the unboxing. I got this kit off of Amazon and it'll have everything you need to set it up either hardwire or through a cigarette lighter, which I'll be using on this install. To make it a little bit easier, I laid out the LEDs and the configuration it'll go on the car, so I did front, back, and sides. So I'm just going to jack the car up. You don't really have to, but depending on your ride height, you might. So you're going to want to clean the mating surface as best as you can. You can use whatever cleaner you trust most. I just used what I had. And this is where your LEDs are going to adhere, so you want it as clean as possible. Here I'm sticking the LED strip under my side skirt, and as a tip, I used a heat gun just to get the adhesive to warm up a little bit and stick better. And I've had it on for about 6 months now, and I haven't had any issues with it coming off or falling off or anything, so I promise it works. So now comes wiring the cigarette lighter switch to the lights itself, and I just ran that through the grommet under the pedals. I probably overuse it, but it's just the easiest to reach. For my car, if you just unbolt the windshield washer fluid container, you can see the firewall and you'll be able to pull the wire through. So now you just connect the switch to the LEDs. It's probably best if you solder, but I just used 2 connectors and that worked out pretty well for me.
I just want to see what it'll look like when I turn it on.
So at this point, the bulk of it is done, and here I'm just connecting the LEDs to each other. Don't mind the front LEDs, I ended up using zip ties to secure that one because I didn't want it to scrape under my front bumper if I was too low or anything. To make the install look a little bit nicer, I hid the wiring under these panels here so that it would have a little bit of a nicer look to it and it didn't have wires just hanging out. This is the switch that goes into the cigarette lighter. So at this point, it's all set, and here's the final look. Just as a little walkthrough of the app itself, I'm going to show you how to connect via Bluetooth here, and then once you're in the app, you have access to all of the LED's features, and everything is sort of organized into these presets where you can't really make any settings, but you can cycle through the ones that already exist, and you have the ability to change the speed, as I'm showing here, or the brightness of the lights itself. You can also favorite the presets that you like the most, and then you can create a separate list where you can cycle through the presets that you've saved, and that just makes this long list a little bit easier to cycle through. Of course, if you wanted a solid color, you can pick one of those as well, and you have the option of picking one of the preset solid colors, or you can create one with a slider above. And here's how it looks in the dark. And here you have it. A lot of people hate this mod and a lot of people love this mod. It's one of those things that you just do it if you like it. I don't really see an issue with it. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely fun to sit here and look at and just watch the colors strobe. Let me know what you think or what your favorite preset or color is. I have a bunch of good memories of when neon was still cool on cars. I feel like they're coming back slowly. So anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks a lot. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. And there's going to be more videos on the way. I've been backed up. There's a lot of mods that I did to the car, as you can probably see, and I just haven't gotten those videos out yet. But I thought this one would be a pretty fun one to throw up there. Feel free to leave a comment on what you think. Any questions, let me know. You can Instagram, DM me anytime. And that is all. Hope you enjoyed.